Hello, hello, ladies and gentlemen. Hello, Warsaw. Good afternoon. This is the 27th of August. August 27th. I'm here. This is Miguel on the radio. August 27th, 5 p.m. Very happy to be here. Starting a new show. Wednesday afternoon. One of the most beautiful days of the year. Looking outside, clear blue sky. We're getting to the end of summer together, and feels good. It feels good to be here at IMI Radio on Miguel on the radio. We are talking about so many cool stuff. Last show, I explained and I talked a lot about the festival. Why does Poland needed its first international comedy festival? Yeah. We talked a little bit about what's going on in September, the first weekend of September, from the 5th to the 7th. We're going to celebrate together comedy. We're going to celebrate international artists. We're going to celebrate poetry and music. And I was thinking, why does Poland need something like this? What can change? And the festival is called Impact, and what can happen after? Yeah. Besides having the plan of having this festival every year, being a yearly event, starting of a new thing, I think that the impact can be very positive in terms of integration. When we started a year and a half ago doing comedy, I believe most of the crowd members were foreigners, were expats or travelers, and more we are seeing locals. We're seeing Polish people. Are seeing Ukrainians that live here coming to our show, and it's becoming more multicultural, and we are all in a room laughing together, which it's amazing. I think that's what it is. I think art, especially comedy, it connects. I think we can connect. We can see how similar we are, or realize things from different perspectives. And I'm not a very political comedian, but sometimes we do talk about politics, and we make things, the situation, a little bit light to understand and to talk about it, to comment and to discuss, and always giving fresh perspectives. I think coming to Poland from a different country, we all have certain cultural shocks. Some people experience different things, and adaptation can be hard or it can be easy for many people. But the fact is, I feel very welcome, and a lot of people feel very welcome here in the city. And as an artist, I feel that I'm heard. I feel that people are starting to come more and more to our shows and being more open to different languages. We're going to have the first comedy show in Spanish. Have you ever thought that would happen? I mean, the local Spanish-speaking community, it's huge. We have not just Spanish people, but also Mexicans and people from South America living in Warsaw and in Poland, and they have their own bars. I've been to a Spanish-speaking party the other day, and there were so many people, and I believe providing entertainment or cultural events for this community can be very interesting. Another level of integration there. Yes. And yeah, I think that the cultural shock that these people have coming to Poland, I believe the first one that is very obvious and we love to talk about, it's the weather. Yeah. Poland is well known for having a longer weekend. Some call it dreadful, but you see, it is what it is. Um, the weather to me, the winter can be a little bit long, but no country is perfect. Yeah, let's face that cultural shocks. The I think for me at least, this is the most evident or strong one coming from a different country. And talking about how comedy brings an identity. Yeah, we can talk about freedom of speech. We can talk about sometimes taboo topics in a way that other people may find difficult to do it. When your goal is to make people laugh, maybe you can get away with a lot of things if you are smart enough, if you use the right words. I think developing your voice and identity as an artist is important, and that takes time. I believe people do not understand how it is to be a comedian. I think a lot of people come to the shows. Some people come to the shows and they have an attitude like, yeah, you think you're funny, so prove to me that you're funny. And I think that's the wrong approach. As an artist, I see that you can never please everyone. There are people that are not gonna like your sense of humor. There are people that, even if you're a painter, there are people that are not gonna like your painting. If you are a musician, there are people that are not gonna like your music, and that's fine. And I see a lot of comedians trying to please everyone. No, my goal is to make everyone laugh, and that's impossible. And that's not being kind to yourself as an artist. I think you have to understand that some days it's not gonna work. You are a human being, and some days you're gonna be there, and you're gonna forget stuff, and you're going to maybe fail. Maybe not a lot of people will laugh, and that's fine. And I see a lot of people taking a lot of colleagues of mine. They take it very serious. When you fail, when you go on stage and you don't make people laugh, and it's like their life it's ruined. And I think take it as a lesson and a way to improve and to feel comfortable with failing. I think I believe the way of becoming a better comedian is resilience, is endurance. It's overcoming failure. If you can do it, if you can cope with being on stage in front of 50, 100 people, and maybe making them not laugh, and maybe some of them stand up and start leaving, but you're there, and you're calm, and you're focused, and you can turn the table. I think that's the goal. Being able to control your emotions, your feelings on stage, and I believe that's endurance, and that's important. That for me, I'm seeing this as the ultimate goal, as what I want to achieve in the short term. It's being able to turn the table. If I lose the crowd, how do I get them back? How do I get them back on board? And I think comedy is completely different in that respect from music or from other art forms, because the only way of actually knowing if a joke is funny or not is going on stage and trying in front of a crowd, and yes, maybe you develop a feeling for it with time, and but trying new things is important, and not sticking to what you think it's safe. Also, talking about that, I I want to talk about things that foreigners in Warsaw always get wrong. Um, I think one amazing thing about Warsaw is that you can get by speaking English, but I think um, a lot of people that never came to Poland, never came to Warsaw, they don't imagine how modern the city is, and how many amazing stuff there is around to do culturally, and in terms of activities, and how safe and how clean it is. So I think that's what a lot of Europeans, a lot of people get wrong about the country. Um, the classic learning Polish words. I am trying to learn Polish. I want to learn the language. It is very difficult, and I'm doing classes from time to time. Um, there are a lot of the problem with me is to memorize words that they sound completely different from the language that I already speak. Um, I think Polish grammar, it's very complicated, but with time and effort, I'm going to be able to do it. I want to have conversation. I want to perform in the future in Polish. I'm going to talk about a project that we are doing with Domy Kultury Stromencie here in the city center. We are in October. We are starting the Theater of the Oppressed. Theater of the Oppressed is a cultural, it's a theater movement started in Brazil by Augusto Boal. It's a theater, it's a play, it's a performance where the crowd takes the stage. Yeah, it's not made to amuse people. It was developed to solve or tackle social issues. Yeah, the theater of the oppressed concept consists of having a scene, a theater, a play on stage that depicts a problem in society. It can be racism, it can be xenophobia, it can be any problem that we find suiting as artists to depict on stage. The crowd that is watching has the power to stop the scene and take the stage in order to correct the situation. So the goal of it is not to amuse, the goal of it is to make people think and find solutions for today's issues in society, which is very, very interesting. I think can have a profound effect in the community. We're gonna start with 8 workshops around October, and our performance in the theater is gonna be in November. It's something serious, something different. It's something that provides not entertainment per se, but also thinking, deep thinking, and how can we make our community better? How can we solve issues that perhaps we didn't know it existed? Perhaps we didn't know it was happening around, and I think that's the goal. In Europe, it's called also forum theater. So the forum theater, or the theater of the oppressed, it's quite of a popular movement. Is gaining notoriety more and more around the world as a powerful tool of mixing art, mixing theater, and social issues, and connectivity and expression, and even people that never perform on stage, that never but the people that are not professional actors, they are able to provide performances, to perform with us, to think about what is happening around, and to also offer fresh new perspectives. And I think something that it doesn't happen in Warsaw. You cannot find theater of the oppressed performances around, and I'm very intrigued. I'm very curious to see the results. This happening in November. I hope to see everybody there. The theater of the oppressed. And talking about something else, I recently started to also learn improv. I joined an improv group where we're performing around, and I think it affected me deeply. I'm a better listener. Besides just teamwork, I think expression and acting improves a lot because it's very intense. Creating something at the moment, creating something fresh, dialogues, characters, a story, all instantaneously. It's demanding. It's a very demanding art form, and I really respect the people that do it and the people that do it well. And I was talking to a very experienced actor, and he told me that somehow improv or storytelling, you get better the older you get. And I was thinking, I was reflecting on it, and yeah, the fact is, you get older, you have more stories to tell. And also you're supposed to be always improving and learning and getting better at things, and as a demanding art form, I think acting or being on stage and performing in front of crowds, and it's demanding enough for you to just be creating things on the spot, and sometimes you don't have a good crowd, and I have to say it. Sometimes the crowd does not help, but working with every crowd is the goal. Being able to make people relax and participate and engage, it's definitely the objective. Performing in English here, it has been an intense experience, and I've been learning a lot in the past year and a half, and I'm very grateful for the lessons, for the positive things, for the good things, for the bad things. I believe I've learned so much, and now it's time for to start sharing, and I think the way to give back, it's this festival. I've been working a lot together with a lovely crew, a wonderful surrounded by wonderful people. I'm very lucky to have these people on board, and we've been working a lot to give a powerful experience, an impactful experience to the community, to Warsaw, and this festival, it's coming out beautifully, and I'm very proud of it, and we're excited. And then you too, everyone, will be able to learn, to experience, and to understand what I've been talking about here for a while. I feel like a parrot. Talking about backstage moments. I recently I have been to Krakow. I performed in Krakow for the first time last Friday, and it was a wonderful experience. Deep in there, our friend Deep in there and I, we went to Krakow and had a show in a Brazilian venue. So it used to be a jazz bar. Now it's called Brazilian Bistro. A lovely place. We were very well received, and we had an amazing crowd. We performed in the old town, perfect location, and I brought some pamphlets. I brought some flyers, and we were able to give them in the street. And some people from the street, they came, and people were very open, and it was nice to engage with people. Maybe make new fans and spread some laughter. It was a wonderful show. We had a local comedian doing a few minutes. His name is Onur. He's from Turkey, lives in Krakow. He came to do a few minutes, and it was really lovely. Was able to eat some Brazilian food, and we had a wonderful show. Also a really cool Indian community there, and there was some Indian dances, and we had matchmaking for the first time. We were able to make a couple happen in our dating show. So it's true. Our dating show, people are getting together. It's working, and we're gonna have our next dating show on the festival on the 7th, on the 5th, on the 6th of September. We're gonna have our next dating show. It's gonna be free. So yeah, one thing about this festival is that we have so many free events, and it's so cool to be able to provide these free events to the city and make people get together. The first free event is going to be on Friday. So Friday at 7 p.m. in a venue called Południk Zero. We're going to have a DJ Chaos. He used to have his own radio show here in IMI Radio. He's going to play his music at 7 p.m. at Południk on the 5th of September. He's going to start. He's going to do a set list for us. We're going to welcome all the artists that are coming from South Africa, from Romania, from Cyprus to perform, all at Południk. We're going to have a toast, and we're going to kick off the first international comedy festival in Poland with style. Everybody's going to come on stage. They're going to introduce themselves. They're going to invite people to their respective shows and also tell more about what the festival is going to be. And it's going to be a magical evening. And then there's an after party with DJ Nick at Bollywood Lounge. We're also going to have live music. There's so many surprises, prizes. It's going to be an amazing kickoff Friday night at for our festival, and we're very excited. The program is getting even better. It's getting better and better each day, and I can't wait. As for the after, we hope that after this festival, people would know that English-speaking comedy can have big crowds here, because I think so far it has almost like being underground. Some people, they say, "Oh, but I didn't know we had English speaking comedy here." But yes, so I think it goes to mainstream. I think the goal of the festival is to bring to more people, is to expand our our bubble. And now I want to make a break. We're gonna listen to a song and we're going to get back with the rest of the show. See you in a bit.
Bokula
And we're back. We're back with Miguel on the radio. And very excited to be here. I'll talk about this weekend. This weekend, Sunday, there's an event happening at Ponik at 8 p.m. I'm gonna have an event happening. It's called 2.0 comedy show, and it's a mix of stand-up comedy and improv. Very cool, very fun. A few weeks ago, we had the Polish TV station TVP covering the show, and it was growing very fast. So I believe that summer, what we're doing is we are competing with the weather. As I spoke earlier, winter can be a little bit too long. So when summer arrives, when the weather is good, people wants to be outside. And now that the autumn is coming and the trees are falling or fall, it's around the corner. I believe we're gonna have more and more people, and that's great. And I invite you to our show on Sunday at 8 p.m. at Ponik 2.0. Very, very nice. We are always in the city center, in the heart of Warsaw. Yesterday I was shooting a video in the heart of Warsaw and in front of the Palace of Culture. And I'm very happy with what they are doing there. They're making a lot of green areas. It's becoming beautiful. There's it's been a renovation there around in the past year, and the results are impressive. I've been to an event there recently. I think the inauguration. They did silent disco. Was really, really cool. They had popcorn and very traditional, very like a fair. They had a stage with music and was really lovely. That area became one of my favorite parts of Warsaw, just like that. And they're still building the surrounding area there. I think it's gonna become amazing. Talking about the new museum, polemic. Some people like it, some people dislike it. I have to say my opinion on that is that the Palace of Culture, it's one of the most beautiful buildings I've ever seen. It's one of my favorite landmarks in the world. It is part of Warsaw. It is in the identity of the city. It is a lovely, lovely building, and I think it's used well. You have the cinema, the Kinoteca, you have all this, the theater, you have all these cultural things happening around, and it's used well. So the Palace of Culture, it's used in need for culture and cultural events, and the building, besides just looking amazing, it serves a function. It has a purpose, yeah. And now there's this modern American white museum around it, and it is a contrast. I mean, why not? Yeah, why not build something different right in front of it? And I don't think it impacts the mighty of the Palace of Culture and the building. I just don't see myself visiting this museum at all. I don't. It doesn't attract me to just go and visit anything in this modern museum. I don't think I try to check for expositions or something interesting happening there, and I haven't seen anything yet that struck my attention, and it seemed invitive or interesting to me. But hopefully one day, I've been there for in the first week to check what's going on, what's the building's all about, and why is everybody talking about it. And it is interesting. It is very modern, cool. Let's see what if they can actually have an impact in the cultural scene of the city, and bring something original, something interesting, something cool. I haven't seen it so far. Yes, it's a big project. It was a lot of money was invested on it. Um, it does change the surrounding area of the heart of Warsaw. It becomes modern a bit, and it takes away from from the old traditional style of buildings in the city. It's something new, and I hope one day um, it will be able to provide as well content, provide interesting events to the city. I every time I go there, the place is basically empty. I never seen a big amount of people there as well. The museum is huge. Um, it does look like an electric vacuum cleaner. But anyway, what else? I I was thinking about my first ever show that I organized in Warsaw, and it was in Praga Północ. It's north, Praga North, and that place does have a bad reputation. I remember coming to Warsaw as a tourist. Everyone advised me to not visit Praga Północ, to not go there. That would be dangerous. And me coming from Brazil, I always thinking, well, yeah, maybe I should not go. Maybe that something's gonna happen. But I don't think it can be worse. It can be more dangerous than the country that I come from. So I went there for a few events. I went there to check it out, and it has character. I think Praga Północ has character. It has a personality. It has a feeling, a specific feeling to it, a specific smell to Praga Północ. And if if you've been there, you know what I'm talking about. A characteristic. It's kept untouched. Some say it's Warsaw 30 years ago, but I don't know. I I organized my first show there, and it was in a very strange place. It was called Stacja Praga. It was a cultural center. They closed, and I remember it was, some people did not show up in the beginning, but then the show grew and grew more and more and became more popular, and more people started coming, and it was a very nice time to break stereotypes, to invite foreigners and locals and everybody to come to a part of town that has a bad reputation for a good cause, to enjoy, to have fun. And for me, it was a good experience. And it also opened the possibility to think, if I could bring people here, I can bring people anywhere. So it's something special. It inspired me to move forward and to keep going, and I'm very grateful for it. And when they were closing, we tried everything to keep them open, because the government, of course, as owns the building, as it owns buildings of many cultural centers, and the government wants, or wanted to build, to sell to a corporate, and to build a building there, and they evicted the cultural center, and a lot of manifestations were done, and a lot of attempts to keep the place open, but it didn't work. And then I also contributed with interview, a video showing what the place was all about, and maybe for a foreign audience, and trying to keep the place alive, and it did not work. In the end, they closed, and it was a grassroots project and inspire me to also, it's possible. If you have motivation, if you are one person, and if you find peers and other artists that have the fire, the willpower to keep going, to work hard towards a goal, you can accomplish basically anything. And cultural speaking, you can get where you want to be. It just takes time and hard work and spreading the word and discovering new mediums. And I'm very happy to what I've been learning so far in terms of I think it's something interesting. I was talking about that to a guy the other day. I think marketing became as important as art. Selling your art, it's so important to make you keep going. I think if it wasn't interesting or fun to me, if it wasn't challenging to market it, to sell it, I think it wouldn't be so cool. I think part of I would love to have more time to write and actually create art, but selling and marketing, it's challenging. It's fun as well, and it does take a lot of time, especially with some competition. Language and learn things in English, doing things in a different language, and I'm curious to see what's gonna happen with the Spanish stand-up show. It's always experimentation, and I'm very happy, very curious to try new things and see what their lead us, and then I'm curious as well to know what the crowd is gonna think of the result in the end of the festival, giving the toast, and we want to give a unique fun experience. So after this cultural center closed, I moved to a venue in the old town. I remember a hostel was empty, seemed without a life. We went there, we did a show, and became a big hit and very popular. Sometimes there were no places to sit, and people, they were happy. I think in the end we had to move to another venue because business, you see. To move forward, to grow, to challenge ourselves, we moved to a new venue, and it has been great. Being at Południk, it's really, really cool. So I hope to see you. I hope to see you on Sunday night at 8 p.m. at Południk. And now we're gonna listen to another song, and this song is dedicated to everybody that loves and supports English-speaking art or different languages, cultural events in the city. As a performer, it's not easy. It's a niche, but I think it's gonna become more and more popular. And I see Warsaw becoming more and more international, and I'm very excited to the future of the city, to see what's gonna happen. And this goes to you.
In this proud land we grew up strong. We were wanted all along. I was taught to fight, taught to win. I never thought I could fail.
All right. It's Miguel here, back to issue a wonderful day and a wonderful week. Next Wednesday, we're gonna have a special guest, and I'm looking forward to it. She has a language school, and she helps foreigners get their documents to live in Poland, and I think it's gonna be a very cool conversation. I hope to see you there. So next Wednesday, 5 p.m., we're going to interview the director of a language school in Warsaw, and we're going to talk about integration. We're going to talk about what are the challenges that people face when they come to Warsaw, and how to deal with them. We're going to talk about the easy or the step-by-step how to get your papers, how to be able to live in Poland, and maybe even get the passport. So this is going to be next Wednesday at 5 p.m. and I hope to see you there. This was Miguel on the radio, wishing you a great day, a great week. Enjoy the weather while you can. Goodbye. Thank you so much. Ciao, ciao.